Hi guys, it's good to share with you once again to touch issues that affect our relationship. And today I want to address an issue that is becoming a trend and it's concerning our men. Nowadays it's becoming a trend to see more men becoming, you know, more comfortable with depending on their wives or their girlfriends in relationships. That is the beginning of wickedness in your relationship. If you are a man and you are depending on a woman for survival, you are selling your position. You don't know the power God has given to you. You don't know the position that is placed in your hand. You don't value it. That is what will make you depend on a woman for food, for survival. It's a big shame. Some can even proudly say that they don't have a job. I don't care, but I need a woman. How can you be saying you need a woman when you don't have a means of survival, when you don't have something to bring food to the table? It's becoming a trend and it's very worrisome these days. A lot of husbands out there don't have a job. There are children there to take care of. And rather than even humble yourself, go out there to look for job. You put up ego and pride and lay aside your responsibility. You leave the woman to shoulder it. It is wickedness, and you are automatically placing yourself on a curse. You are placing a curse on yourself, which might be irredeemable if you are not careful. It's worrisome these days to have more men not being ashamed of saying, I don't mind going to the kitchen, I don't mind doing what the woman should be doing. After all, there is no job. The society is not the economy is not helping our situation. What about the woman? Is the economy helping the woman too? The same situation you are facing is what the woman is facing. Yet she will go outside there, stress herself, do everything possible to put food on the table. It is wickedness. And as a man, you are going to be more frustrated. You can't live a fulfilling life if you are giving your position to your woman. You are subconsciously relieving yourself of the position of the head of the family. Even the word of God says it, that as a man you must go out there to toil. God gave that instruction to Adam to go and work hard. Man must work before he can eat. You can't just laze around, sit there and wait for a woman to come and feed you. It's a shame. It's a big shame. It's something you should sit down, think through, and cry to your God over. It's not something you should even be able to say outside that you don't have a means of livelihood. It's becoming a trend these days, and now we see more of women going out there to work because the men are not doing they're doing their duties. I'm challenging you men now to please play your part. Play your part. A lot of women that cheat these days, they are cheating because the men have left their responsibility. They have subconsciously pushed their responsibilities to their wives. Recently, I was talking to a man who happened to have three children. He was telling me that he doesn't have a job. Okay, I said, uh-huh. What else? You don't have a job. Why can't you look for a job? He said, there is no job. Okay, you're a graduate. You studied business admin. Fine. Even if you don't get a job in the bank, okay, you cannot teach. He said he cannot teach. All right, you cannot teach. Why can't you go out there to look for the job of a driver or security? He said it's too big for all that. Oh, your wife is not too big to take up a teaching job. Your wife is not too big to ride Okada. Your wife is not too big to ride Marwa. These days, you see women on the streets now. They have taken up your position. It is a shame. This man was proudly, telling me at the point he got angry. He got angry like I was prying into his privacy too much. But I was just trying to help, prefer solution to his joblessness. You can't keep begging people for money. You can't keep lazing around. You can't keep telling people you don't have a job. Why don't you create one? If you don't have a job, create a job for yourself. There are men out there who are selling drinks. There are men out there who have decided to, start frying things by the side of the road. Some of them are graduates, but there is no job. Create one for yourself. Stop giving excuses. It is a shameful thing for you as a man to depend on your wife for survival. Fine, peradventure you lost your job. It shouldn't take more than few months for you to get back on your feet. Pick up something and do. You can't keep depending on your wife, especially when there are children to take care of. Schools will resume very soon. Are you still going to wait on that woman to pay the school fees? When the school resume, the headmistress or the principal will be calling the woman. They won't call you because they know that it's the mother that is always at the receiving end. Men, please help our women rise to your responsibility. It is appalling to look at you as a man, to expect you to drop something in the morning. You are walking out of the house, you can't drop something. How do you want the woman to do it? If you cannot provide, then the woman should also say she cannot provide. It's a big challenge, it's a big issue these days. And I'm challenging men now. If you're in this position, you need to rise up. You need to rise up. Drop your ego, drop your pride. Pick up something to do. Find yourself a job. Find yourself a source of livelihood. You can't keep doing this to yourself. You can't keep lazing around. We have more of men now that are gigolos. They find it very convenient to even go to social media and say, I need a woman. You need a woman who is going to give you money, a woman you're going to be laying with without taking care of. It's a shame. You need to rise up to your responsibility as a man. You need to take up the challenge.